extend. Coffee with the pastor, cheers my friend.
Welcome. This is Coffee with a Pastor. My name is Bronico, and this is the incredible Blaire. Blaire, do you want to introduce yourself? Talk a little bit about how you found our church and where you come from and all that stuff.
Yeah, sure. I graduated college and did a summer internship here 15 years ago. Ooh. And then found out there was a position opened 8 years ago at our Foxborough campus. So I've been there ever since. And but I'm born in Wisconsin. Wonderful. Bred in Rhode Island.
Wonderful. Yeah. And now you're here.
And now,
awesome.
And now I'm here.
You have a wonderful travel mug right here, and it's just covered in these stickers. And I want to know. Tell me about the stickers. Tell me about your favorite one. Tell me about any of them that are sentimental. I want to know.
Oh, all right. Student ministry team went on a retreat weekend, and we ended up at a little bookshop that was selling all of these stickers. A switch flipped in me, and I became a middle schooler. Yeah. And I just as happens on uninhibited.
Retreats. Yeah.
Because I'm a middle schooler with money. And I just bought all of the stickers that I thought were fun. So I tend towards the whimsy.
Yep.
So we've got our dragon. We've got I'm very Scottish. We've got our Highland cow.
Just a little moody.
Yeah, we got great. Our fox, Foxborough.
Yep. There we go. Which is your favorite?
The little cooler. There's a little cooler here, and it says, "Don't hate me," just because I'm a little cooler.
That's good. That is very good.
I think that's probably me in a nutshell.
Well, wonderful. So what do you have in the travel mug?
Hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate. And that is okay. We allow for a diversity of warm beverages on Coffee with a Pastor.
I love the smell of coffee. I don't like coffee. I don't need something else to be addicted to, but I also really don't like tea. So
gotcha.
Hot chocolate's the way to go.
Thank you for being on, and cheers.
Sir.
Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers.
We usually do an icebreaker question, and I have the pleasure of volunteering in student ministry. So I volunteer at Lexington. You are at Foxborough. So I don't get to see you all the time, but I have been able to see you on retreats or when there's like a all-campus event. I would love to know, what is the silliest student ministry activity that you have happened upon or you have done? What is the silliest activity that you have either led or just being in student ministry has caused you to do?
Well, Dom, I've been pursuing student ministry actively for the last 22 years. So I've acquired a few.
Yeah. No, I bet.
Which makes this question nearly impossible. But it also means I'm going to say something to you that I sometimes find myself saying to my own students, which sometimes results in whining, sometimes fear, sometimes excitement. We are going to play a game.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Is this what
if you didn't see this coming, this is on you, not on me.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Okay.
So we're going to play a game called Cap, No Cap.
Okay.
You volunteer in student ministry.
Yes. So I'm aware of Cap, No Cap.
What is Cap, No Cap?
I'm assuming there's going to be a question or something, and I'll have to say cap or no cap, or you will.
What does Cap, No Cap mean?
Cap means it's fake. No cap means it's real.
True. Yes.
I'm in with the lingo.
Yes.
I still am.
So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to give you this piece of paper. I'm going to tell you, we're going to do 5 rounds.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you one thing that's true, one thing that's false, basically. You're going to have to identify which one's true.
Okay.
This is just so that you can keep track of the stories.
Wonderful.
And then I will give you exactly one opportunity to ask a single follow-up question.
Okay.
At the end of our game.
So one total, not one for each.
Just keep track of the story that you want to find out about later.
Okay, perfect.
You can play at home. And then if you beat Dom, our Insta handle is We Are Grace, #, I'm better than Dom.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
and make sure you post your score. All right, great. So here we go. Cap,
yes, I'm ready.
Cap.
Okay.
There you go. All right. Here we go. We had an event where we bowled with frozen turkeys the church had owned for about 6 years because we did it annually.
Okay. I'm going to say no cap.
I accidentally sent a text meant for students to the senior pastor asking them to bring more whipped cream and a bushel of apples for tonight's game. Of those two, which one is true?
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's good. I'm going to say the first one is true. The second one is not.
Correct.
So, oh, really? Okay.
Turkey bowling. Yeah. Did it every Thanksgiving. Those turkeys were old.
Okay.
All right. Next one. I woke up on a retreat with all the girls in my cabin staring at me, asking if I was okay because I screamed bloody murder in the middle of the night and didn't know it.
Okay.
And then I tried to lead a sunrise worship time, but a flock of geese decided to join us and pooped on one of our students.
I'm going to say that the second one is the true one.
You really want it to be, don't you?
I do,
Don't
yes.
we really want
No, I really want that
students?
to have happened.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it was me waking up in the
No!
morning screaming bloody murder. They all stared at me. All right, next one. I played a game in the church gym with flour on a hot and humid day. Okay. It took facilities and myself a full week to clean the gym.
Oh, okay.
Flowers.
Good to know.
Yep. Drove a rental van through Mexico and intentionally hit an enormous pothole to completely cover the other van, other one of our vans riding next to us in mud, only to discover that the passenger window was down.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to say the first one is true because I've also done a student ministry event with flour, and it also took an insane amount of time to clean up.
Yes, flour is a rookie mistake. So if you're looking into doing any event with students, don't use flour. It is a true story, but it's not my story.
Dang it!
I was driving through Mexico and covering another van.
Very tricky.
Luck, not luck. It's up to you. All right. I accidentally set fire to a curtain in the church during a night where we set up prayer stations.
Who hasn't?
Or been in handcuffs and escorted to the back of a police vehicle during a youth group by state police on purpose.
I have to believe the first one is the true one.
Why do you have to believe that?
I would have heard about the second one by now.
Would you?
I hope so.
I've been in youth ministry a while, Tom.
I know.
It is the second one.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I'm flunking out.
All right, last one. Messy slip and slide game where I used everything left over in the church fridge, including salad dressing. Vinegar didn't sit well with people, and at least 3 kids threw up.
Okay.
And a sheep peed in the church during a Christmas event because the night we did it, it started to rain, and we had to bring everything inside, and the sheep had already arrived.
Okay. I'll say the second one.
Trick question, they're both true.
Oh my gosh. Okay, wonderful. So I got that one right.
You did get that one.
I want to know about you being arrested at a student ministry event. Also, thank you all for playing.
How'd you do?
This was the best icebreaker question that we have gotten.
All right. So I was starting out in an internship in Washington State at a church. It was a 2-year internship. I was replacing the previous intern who was there for 2 years. Even my boss, as I was like, I'm there in the room, she's like still saying goodbye. Mm-hmm. And even he's like, you're the best intern I've ever had. Yeah. People loved her. I mean, she was definitely lovable. She was worth all of the hype. But it really set me up for disappointment. So I thought, all right, I got to stand out. I got to introduce myself. And I enjoy video stuff.
Yeah.
And so I decided I'm going to make a video that kind of tells a story about how I got here and all the things that went wrong. And it's going to result in me getting arrested. And we kind of, and then I escaped. And so then we showed the video at youth group. And one of our volunteers in the middle school ministry was a state trooper. Mm-hmm. And so he rolled up at the end of youth group. So there's a whole wall of windows in that room. So he rolls up to those windows, basically full lights, everything, full uniform.
Wow.
Comes in, yells my name. I try to escape. The kids they're middle schoolers. Yeah. They are losing their minds.
My question was, how did the kids react?
They're losing their minds in a way that a crowd at a gladiator battle is losing their minds while they watch the lion rip somebody's limbs off. They are loving it. And so they make sure I don't escape this time. Mm-hmm. And they're like, we want the other intern back anyway. So if she gets arrested, can we get the other girl back? Mm-hmm. So he puts me in handcuffs. He walks me into his car. He puts me in his car. And I'm like, bro, they can't see out the window.
He's committed to the bit.
Like he's committed to the bit.
Yeah.
So I end up in the car for a while. What none of us really fully thought through was that this is the end of youth group. Mm-hmm. All of the parents are arriving to pick up their kids. And so this wasn't only my introduction to the students.
It's also your introduction to
all the parents.
The
parents.
You made a lasting impression.
I made a lasting impression. Correct. I did do that.
Wow.
I did do. So, yeah.
Well, thank you for the game. That was the best icebreaker
well
question
done.
we have ever done. I only got 2 right. So if anybody got 3 or more, you have
The bar
already
is
beat
low.
me. And what is the hashtag that they proposed?
I'm better than Dom.
Better than Dom.
Better than Dom.
Not a high bar. Wonderful. Well, Blaire, thank you for that. That was so much fun. What is God saying to you in this season? Whether it's from a TV show, a book, or just your daily devotional prayer life. What is God saying to you?
This is a brave question. I know this is hot chocolate with a pastor. But the gravitational pull that a pastor feels, because pastors be pastoring, toward a mini sermon is wild. So this is on you.
It is, yeah.
Not on me.
It is. That's fair.
No, I've like I said, I've been pursuing youth ministry for 22 years. I've been in a pastor for a while, and yet I've always felt tension and struggled with prayer. I'm a doer. I like getting my hands dirty. I like, if there's a problem, I want to fix it. I want to put my hands to something and see a difference be made. I've never, as much as I want to, as much as I know better, I've never felt like prayer made I never saw it as something that made a practical difference. Again, I know better. But I've always struggled with it. And recently, I think God has just been very gracious with me and helping kind of shape that in me and form that in me. And was reading Mark 9. There's a story of Jesus healing a demon-possessed boy. Yeah. He's up on a mountain with some of his disciples talking to a couple dead people. The Bible is interesting.
Yes.
Don't say it's not interesting. And he comes down, and there's this crowd surrounding the disciples, and they're arguing with religious leaders, and there's this father and a son. And while they're arguing, this father is just, his son is possessed by a demon. He's mute. He's been going through seizures, been thrown into fires. He probably bears a lot of scars for somebody so young. And then the disciples and the religious leaders are arguing, and you've just got a crowd of people just kind of eating their popcorn, watching the drama unfold. Scribes are telling the disciples, if you can remove this demon, that means the demon has recognized its boss. You're partnered with its boss. But if you can't, then God is not behind you. And so it's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't. And the disciples, there's a lot of tension in this moment. They want to help this father out. They certainly want to help this boy out. They want to show the crowd the power of God, and they probably want to stick it to the religious leaders, which I can't blame them. Yeah. And Jesus walks into this very tense moment and has this wonderful encounter with the father and heals the boy. And the disciples go back with Jesus and ask, why couldn't we? We've done this before. In fact, just earlier in Mark, they'd just recently done this thing. Not moments before they were able to do it. Why couldn't we do it this time? And Jesus said, because this demon can only be cast out by prayer.
Wow.
And that really challenged me, because I don't think I realized, especially as a doer, how much I put my faith in God and what he's done, not who he is. Yeah. And I think we all do that. I think we look at past times in our lives where God showed up in this way at this time. Why isn't he showing up in that same way for this similar thing? Sure. I went to camp, I felt God. I came back, I didn't. I went to camp again, I didn't. What happened? Or God put food on my table, or God healed, or God showed up at this service, or God made me feel this. And why isn't he doing that now in these kind of similar circumstances? And I'm in that same situation now. I saw God move in a powerful way a couple years ago. I'm looking for that again now. Yeah. And I think it's shown me, okay, prayer is active dependence on God. The disciples, it was such a subtle shift. The disciples didn't realize that what they were doing was depending on what God had done in the past for past events. They weren't really trusting him. They would only trust him if he did the same thing now. Wow. And I think sometimes we look at our circumstances, and based on our circumstances, we ask ourselves, is God still God? Is God still good? I have to imagine that's what the disciples are asking themselves in that moment. But I think through prayer demonstrates that God is still God. God is still good, regardless of the circumstances.
Yeah. And if prayer doesn't change the circumstance we would like, it changes us to be closer to God, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and that it feels like such a cliche because that's what I've heard all. Prayer changes you, and I'm like, oh my gosh, okay,
like I get
what does that mean,
though?
Yeah, but I think there were plenty of people that Jesus healed. We love those stories, but there were more people that he didn't heal. So it wasn't about the healing. That's not what people needed. People needed to know and trust in God's character and God's nature, that he was good, that he was going to keep his promises, that he was trustworthy. And so that's the thing that needs to shift in us. That's the thing that will transform us. And that's the hardest part, and especially for the people who didn't get healed. Yeah. But not getting healed might teach you something different about who God is and what it means to rely on him than somebody who gets healed. They certainly know that they can trust God and they can rely on him. But it's the same God, it's the same character, it's the same nature, it's the same promise keeper. But it's two very different experiences. And we have a lot to learn from both situations. That's the hardest part. Yeah. And if I don't have prayer and that active dependency on God's character and God's nature, then I am at the mercy of my circumstances. And
that's a good word.
That's a good word. So that's what he's challenging.
That's a good word. Well, Blaire, thank you for being on. Thank you for the conversation and just giving us a good word and the incredible game. This was Coffee with a Pastor. We are so glad that you joined us, and we'll close with a cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
And another cheers. 2 and one more.
Oh, all right.
And cheers.
Coffee with the pastor. Cheers, my friend. A little chat where good vibes blend.